Alright fellas, here we're back on Pokemon Masters, and we got to take on battles with trainers from different regions, Extreme Battle Event. And today we've got the Hoenn Buddies Unite stage of it. This one's definitely harder than Sinnoh, for sure. Took me quite a few resets, but I managed to get it pretty much full semi-free to play with this setup. So this requires Roxanne, May, and Winona. Best, I don't even know what advice I can give, because I'm quite certain there's a more effective way of doing it with these three, but I took a certain route and it worked for me after not a little, but quite a bit of luck, right? So yeah, you're probably have to follow most of what I do to a T, but generally, you know, you can probably get some ideas from this. And if you have Archie or someone, you'll probably have a lot easier of a time, or Anniversary Steven, you know, with his weather clear effects. Those two would decimate this stage 100%. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead, hop into the battle, and just see how well we do. Okay, let's jump in here and just see what we're able to do here against Ethan. I start off here with Roxanne's trainer move and whatnot, as well as May's, and then I use Winona for rain. I have Winona here for 1 flying damage, 2 flinches, and 3 extra rain, because you do need a couple of ways of setting different, you know, weather effects. If you're using a water attacker specifically, or more specifically May, I would say using her as your rain setter, or as using your damage deal, you're going to need more rain. So Winona is able to provide that perfectly. I go for the barricade, the wide guard, there in order to prevent some damage from that eruption, which is definitely very, very nice. And then I'm quickly able to queue up a Hurricane on that Infernape. The reason I'm doing that is because it will lower the Infernape down to a low enough amount of health to where I can KO it later and get turn denial, which will be vital for the end of this battle. So yeah, sadly I don't crit on the sync move. If you do crit, you know, obviously you'll have better luck, so that's good. I just go for some air slashes now. I'm done trying to do chip damage on that Infernape. I'm trying to go for the flinches here as best as I can. Thankfully I am able to do it. But sadly, I'm unable to queue up any move in time, but that's fine. It's not a real big issue. We go ahead, set up Rain with May, and we just take a lot of damage here with with Roxanne. You do probably want to make sure that May's, at least May's special attack is maxed out, so that shouldn't be too hard to do. After that, we just we survive with the Endurance with Roxanne, go for May's Sing move, use Air Slash. Let's see how much this does. Yeah, it doesn't crit again, so if you get crits, you're likely going to have an easier time. I do have Dire Rain as a passive skill in the grid, so you don't have to worry about that. Or, you know, you have to have that. Big thing with Ethan here is that after he uses his Sing move, for 1, it does a lot of damage, and for 2, it sets Sun back up, so you have to have at least 1 Rain Dance left in order to, you know, prevent that Sun from being up, because otherwise you're done. Granted, you'll be done anyway, but you can't actually do a lot of damage here. See, look at this. This is how you turn deny. Yeah, there you go. KO'd both. But if you don't have Sun up, or if they have Sun up, then they take 50% less damage. So you have to make sure Rain is up pretty much at all times, or at the very least Sun is never up. You have to have at least that. So we're able to, you know, KO both of those sides with the Muddy Water, do enough damage to Ethan, and then the next time he has a move queued up, we use Muddy Water and it KOs him just straight. You probably have to get very lucky with some Muddy Water accuracy as well. So yeah, that was the battle. Just to summarize again, you gotta watch out for the Sun. You definitely have to have the Rain set up pretty much turn 1, and Rain would obviously go down before May's able to use her Sync move. That's why I use the Rain Dance from May right after, or right before I use her Sync move, so I can actually have the Rain up for her Sync move, because it's really vital. I do have Dire Rain as a passive skill here, so I'm able to land crits more easily in Rain because I'm unable to max May's special attack, and I just don't have enough opportunities to go for NPR on her trainer moves, so really, your best bet is to just pick up Dire Rain, so you don't have to worry about that. Plus, there's not many better multipliers you can pick up outside of Dire Rain, really. So yeah, Lucky Skills with Winona really doesn't matter. Maybe super powered if you really want to do some extra damage with the Hurricanes, because you can't really crit with her in the setup, but obviously, clearly it doesn't really matter too much. If they had Aggravation, that's definitely the lucky skill I would give her. But whatever, right? So Ethan, he sets up Sun, and when he has Sun up, he does a ton extra damage. He becomes a god. He becomes immune. I think he becomes immune to status changes in Sun, things like Moltres. I could be wrong though. But he also gets 50% damage reduction when in Sun, so you're pretty much unable to damage him, right? So you do have to make sure that the Sun is almost never up whenever you're using an attacking move. Otherwise, Ethan will basically never die, and neither will his allies. So yeah, this was the setup. I pretty much use Winona for a lot of flying damage on the sides. or that Infernape side rather. I used May for obviously our main source of damage. Roxanne was good for getting the speed buff, special attack buffs, and some special defense buffs with her, passive skills and whatnot. Having barricade buddies here, that was very, very useful, as well as having wide guard. That was very, very helpful. I don't know how well block and charge or block and heal and, NPR for wide guard would do. Maybe it would be very, very useful, but I don't even know if Roxanne's ever going to survive past Ethan's sync move, so I'm not really sure how helpful that would be. But hey, if it works, maybe it could be useful. I don't know. But yeah, that was the battle versus Ethan. If you want to analyze the battle more, go for it. You just got to be pretty lucky with this. Obviously, if you have Anniversary Steven or Archie, battle would be a lot easier for you. And honestly, if you just replace Roxanne with Signet Suit Brendan, if you have him, even 1 out of 5, I'm sure your time in this battle would be a lot easier because he's able to do a lot of special defense debuffing with this, though I don't think you can actually debuff stats, so that's irrelevant. Sorry. But you can also do a lot of special defense buffing for your allies, special attack buffing, as well as get Team Sharp Entry 1. I think, he's got the crit buffs here. +1 crit on the trainer move, so you can actually max out May's special crit. So you don't have to worry about RNG too much, which is very, very good. And he's obviously got some good gauge management, as well as the free moves next, and etc. So, yeah. Overall, not a bad battle here to do free-to-play, but it could probably take you quite a few resets and a little bit of a knowledge foresight on how to do this battle, right? So yeah, that was the battle versus Ethan. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below, and I will see you all later.